Let's look at the attributes of power. What is power? Power is made up of three things. Number one, intention and will. When you have a will, you can make decisions, and this decision-making ability is a fundamental part of power. 2. Ability. Having the intention or will to do something isn't enough. You must also possess the ability to carry it out. For example, you might have the intention to fly, but lacking the ability means you don't have the power to fly. 3. True power involves having a choice or freedom in your actions. For instance, consider the sun. It doesn't have a choice in whether to shine or not. It's in its nature to shine. In this sense, we can't truly say that the sun has the power to decide whether to shine or not. So power is the combination of intention or will, ability, and the freedom to make choices in your actions. So does God have power? What is the proof? Same argumentation as the proof of knowledge. When we look at the world, we encounter something called power. But where did it come from? We cannot have an infinite chain of sources. It has to come from a necessary being. The second way to prove God has power is also the same argumentation from the proof from design. If God is the designer of the world and has the knowledge to design it, it logically follows that God must also have the power to bring that design into existence. The third way to prove God has power is through the Fitrah, or innate nature, as mentioned earlier. You are stranded in the sea, and you instinctively call for a higher power for help. This means not only do you instinctively believe that this higher power must have knowledge of your situation, but also has the power to save you. A few important points regarding power. 1. Power can only be used on things that make logical sense and are possible. Illogical or impossible things can't be affected by power. For example, if we say, can God create another God? This is logically impossible. God has no beginning, and to create something implies a beginning. Or can God make 1 + 1 = 3? Things like this are illogical. In such cases, power is not applicable. 2. It's essential to recognize that having power to do something doesn't mean that it will be done. Consider the question, can God condemn all believers to hell? Of course he can, but the question is, will he? He would never do such a thing.